You only need to look at a map of Puget Sound to realize why boats are such a big deal around here. For most of its history, this area was covered with heavy forest, so waterways were just about the only way to get around. When European settlers began arriving, one of the first sounds they would have heard was the thunk, thunk, thunk of adzes in the hands of Native Americans carving canoes from solid logs. A lot of settlers who came to Seattle, and especially Ballard, were boat builders and fishermen from the Nordic countries of Europe. Even before the locks and the ship canal were built, Salmon Bay was ringed with boatyards and shipyards, including the Ballard Marine Railway Company. Known today as Pacific Fishermen, this yard now specializes in repairing and maintaining many kinds of vessels with an amazing mix of new technology and traditional wooden boat crafts.
Welcome to Pacific Fishermen Shipyard. This has been a shipyard since 1870. A fellow named Saunderson and a bunch of other Norwegians had it. And they built steamboats like the Bailey Gatzert were built here back in the 1870s. This is the helm from a standard minesweeper, 120 footers that were built here during the war, about a series of 10 of them. 2 of these went on to be famous, John Wayne's Wild Goose and Jacques Cousteau's Calypso, built right on the railway out here we're going to see in a minute. So in 1946, after the war, this was still the Ballard Marine Railway, and 400 Norwegian heritage fishermen and their wives wanted a place to fix their boats, so the 400 of them plunked down $300 each and decided to have a co-op, and they purchased it from the Ballard Marine Railway as a co-op. Most of those 400 original shareholders are around today on the 3rd and 4th generation of ownership. John, if you take a look around, you'll see a lot of salt cod hanging around this joint. We get the fishermen are always bringing us salt cod down. They salt them in the lazarette and they give them to us, and we just put that in a pail of water, soak the salt out of it, and we have a nice afternoon snack.
There you go.
Okay, where we're going now, John, is this is the sacred territory.
Is this the Oakham Loft here?
That's right.
Yeah.
So this is where the Corkers, the Corkers are the shipwrights, and the Corkers are famous for having their little mallet, and they have corking irons.
Yeah.
And this sound.
Oh, baby.
That's the famous sound that you hear whenever anybody's making a wooden boat watertight. That's oakum, often called hemp. It's the male version of marijuana that is made and used for hundreds and hundreds of years for making ships watertight.
Right.
This is our ship chandlery store. We have every nut and bolt known to man here.
Walking around Pacific Fishermen with Doug Dixon feels a lot like visiting a museum, but this is truly a living museum and much more than just a museum, actually. It's a place where the past, the present, and the future really come together in the ongoing story of Seattle's maritime industry.